Well, hello, chat. How are you doing today? Are you having a good time? Are you having a fun time? Are you prepared, perhaps, for a good, fun time? Hopefully, I can deliver such a thing. Just some Finn, thank you for the 50 stream watch streak. Hello, Lenspan. And thank you, Tails, for the prime hype. Ugh. I just woke up. Pretty late in the day to be waking up. Even my sleep schedule would not be this crazy. The prophecies are real and true. Many such cases, many such times. And yeah, we're already running late. If you can't tell, I am still sick. Just pinged you on Discord, lol. Finished part 1 of Legend of Lefty. I'm glad to hear. You know, it's taking a while for everyone to make their way through, but everyone's getting there. I'm so excited, yeah. It's like I tell a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of people who start the series and they're like, I don't know, these first 2 chapters didn't really grab me. I'm like, I know, I'm not great at like grabbing people, but if you can stick with it, it gets really good. Did you have a good fun time at the PowerPoint presentation? I did. I almost wish I could show them all to you, chat, but one, we would be here for like 4 hours because there was a lot of them. And two, they're like, yeah, these are kind of for a friend group. Like, you could show them to like a friend in person or whatever, but I wouldn't put them on stream. They're like kind of shy, you know? Plus, some of them are better than others. Some of them are full of like in-jokes. But some of them were really interesting. There was one that talked about like, and if you're curious about what I'm talking about, I have a group of friends online on a separate Discord server, and every few months they have a PowerPoint night where everyone just gets a PowerPoint. They make a PowerPoint about something they're interested in, and then they present it. It's just a neat way to share whatever interesting facts you have rolling around in your noggin. Or just doing interesting things in general. Like the one guy, he'd gotten really into single-player tabletop RPGs, which I didn't know existed, and sound kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure but on steroids. But a lot of those games, the systems are designed so that you can create NPCs by rolling dice. So he basically had everyone in the server just fill out a forum where they rolled a bunch of random dice and answered questions without context, and then just made a whole adventuring party. And that was their PowerPoint. Like, it wasn't super informative, but they did like custom art, like they drew everyone's character that they rolled up and came up with a little story for him, so that was neat. Oh, Angel Crab would like a honk. Let's go ahead and give a honk for Angel Crab. Ooh, and Deutscher would like one as well. Do you think you got another one within you, Critter? Ooh. How did Friday go? I was just saying, went pretty well. I think everyone liked my PowerPoint. It went pretty well. A T-Bone would like to redeem a honk in addition. We got that. Yeah, there was a PowerPoint on the history of snake oil, like where the term snake oil salesman came from, and that was really interesting. And there was another one on like the history of like Barbie and how her design changed over the years. That was kind of cool. So overall a fun time. I learned some things. Tasty, tasty snake oil. Yeah, the funny thing about it, right, is that there is actually a Chinese medicine that's made from snake oil. Specifically, it's a type of water snake. And it's one of those things that, like, the ancient Chinese figured out that, like, oh yeah, if you extract the oil from these water snakes that have been preserved in, like, formaldehyde or something for a long time, then, like, rubbing that on your joints will soothe a bunch of joint pain. And it kind of, like, relaxes your muscles and everything. And they studied it now, and they're like, oh, it mimics this, like, medicine that we use in real life. It's got, like, something to do with, like, fish oils and whatnot. Yeah. So it's like a real legit, like, there is a medicine made from Chinese water snakes, or not even China. You can make them from water snakes from anywhere. You can make water snakes. It's again, it's something to do with, like, the fishy fatty oils or whatever, and it's like a good it's like a muscle relaxant, and it, like, soothes aches and pains. And then when the Chinese people, when America was building the Transcontinental Railroad, they brought over a bunch of Chinese immigrants to work on it, and since that was a really taxing thing, they were using snake oil a lot because they had achy joints from, like, working on the railroad all the livelong day. And people started figuring out, oh, hey, they're using snake oil. And then this guy basically was just like, he's like, I can do that. And he started capturing a bunch of rattlesnakes. And he made an oil out of them. And then he started saying it could cure anything. And so he would just go around from town to town talking about his ancient Chinese secret. And it was just, he would grab, it was mostly rattlesnakes, but he would grab whatever snake he could find. And obviously it didn't work, especially later on. They eventually found out that at some point he stopped using snakes entirely and just had, like, water with a little bit of, like, vegetable oil mixed in. Have you heard of snake wine? I have not. Coffee is soothing. Okay, we're gonna get started here because we're already running late, but give me a moment. I am cooking up a pizza in the other room, or I'm going to start one. It's the only thing I could think of that's, like, robust enough to be filling, but also can be made while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to put it in the oven, and then 15 minutes from now we'll have to take it out, or 20 minutes, however long, but it shouldn't be that big of a process. It's not going to work, Jim Dandy. You can try your darndest. Okay. Really quick, I was thinking about how I was going to explain this deck. And because I haven't had as much time to test it. But I'm trying to look, are there any one-card combos in Megalith? I don't think there are still. I think that's the problem. Because, like, this will get you 2 Megaliths. But you still need something. Like, the continuous gets you 2 Megaliths. But in order to do that, you still need 1 to act as the ritual spell, 1 to summon, and 1 to discard. We don't play Miracle Raven. Does Miracle Raven work with this deck? Also, I don't have enough URs. If you ritual summon exactly 1 ritual monster, if this card is tributed, you can ritual summon. You can ritual summon this card by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed 1. The quick spell is also a 1-card combo. If you have... Saying it's a 1-card combo if you have a second card, it doesn't really make sense, you know? Have a good one, Deutscher. So it's a 2-card, yeah. You would need to run a non-Megalith. You can ritual summon this by tributing a monster. So you ritual summon this. If you ritual summon exactly one ritual monster with a card effect that requires you to use monsters, this can be the entire tribute if this is tributed. Yeah, so this is also a 2-card combo. Because you would need this and something else to tribute. And even then, once it gets out on the field, right? Like, you need to do something. Ashlan. Ashlan only works if you have different types. Like, if we played a, Mitsurugi version, then we could play Ashlan. Two monsters with different types and attributes. You can reveal one ritual in your hand, add a ritual with a different type and attribute from your deck to your hand. In Pure, we're playing all Earth Rocks. Support is out? Yep. In 1 second. $15 to 60 minutes. Okay. So I take this now. Also, this isn't... So we need to get, I think what it needs to be is the ritual spell and any ritual monster. Or I'm sorry, the continuous spell and any ritual monster. Yeah, okay. So, we activate this. We must discard a card. And then we get you and you. Or I guess this and any monster. Then we can activate this to ritual summon this by using the other monster in our hand. Couldn't I have done it with the last hand? Possibly. I'm going to use this to get back whatever we used. And I use this to draw 2 and discard 1. Yeah, we don't need a second copy of that. That gets back. Then we can use the thing we just got back to summon the angel from the deck. The angel gets us the devil. The angel summons the devil. The devil gets us We set this, and we're just assuming the one card combo. Normally, we could normal summon this and make like Barone while also searching follow-up. We've got these two, but on the one card or the two card or the three card starter, we've got this. We use this effect, we bring back Ophio. Damn. Make sure not to go against this deck, because this can negate and destroy this. But if that's the case, then we go for... we go for this. And then we use this effect to tribute one monster opponent controls. Ritual on ritual violence, exactly. Then we can activate this. We summon Bathor using Leg in attack mode, because I'm not afraid to die. Huh. Interesting. Is this game? No, we didn't even get game against the AI. This is gonna be a rough month, folks. So much more could have been done there, yeah. But again, if you miss the beginning, I'm trying to come up with, what do we do assuming we got, like, I want to show the 2-card combo. What do we do if we just got 2 cards? It's going to matter so much, yeah. Okay. And yeah, this isn't it. Is the deck Megalith or just rituals? It's Megalith. And yeah, even though I'm looking for the 2-card combo, like, this still, like, does it in a roundabout way. Because you can summon this by getting rid of Fulos. And then Fulos gets you the demon. And then we use the demon, or use the angel to get the demon. And then the demon gets us the 1-card starter. Or the 1-card starter. Get each of these. No activating effects this turn, please. Yeah, and this is a good case of like, well, now we don't need to use this as the ritual spell because we already had that on board. So we can add back this. And then we can use this to summon another copy of the devil using the thing we just added. This loses hard to draw, right? Yup. We set this, activate, summon this using these two. Cool. It's like, oh, hey, we got a normal summon. We haven't normal summoned yet. And that allows us to get a level 8 to our hand. And then what this represents, once we summon back Fool, is, like, pop 4 cards, make your opponent tribute and a negate. It's the end of the main phase, yeah. So, like, we use this, using this. Does Yu-Gi-Oh! Have Ritual Summon from the graveyard? Yeah, actually this deck does. Fulok does it. And Drytron. And the deck we're playing against. Vendred. No. No, you're not allowed. Bitches just be getting strong for no reason. This draw 2, discard 1, I didn't think was that great because you're always discarding, but at the same time, it's like, well, shit, it's essentially draw 1 every turn. If you feel like it. 2,900. 61. Luna Lights ain't shit. Are you good? I am sick still. Okay. I think we got a good idea of what we're doing. Let me check and see how long my pizza's got. I don't want to start this and then have to interrupt it by going to get the pizza. It's got 1 minute left, chat, so we're going to chill out for a minute. We're going to rename this Pure Megalith MK1. And what's the new ritual raven called again? Has it just got Raven in its name? Miracle Raven. You ritual summon exactly one that requires monsters. The question is, what would we take out? Use incantations? Why? Why would I do such a thing? Why would I do such a thing? Oh, there's my pizza. The oven lied to me, chat. It said my pizza was done, but when I looked in, I found undone pizza. I'm going to turn that up a little bit since I'm a little quieter. Ash goes to 2 tomorrow, right? No, Maxi goes to 1. Oh, and Jokul goes to 2. So, you know. And Maxi goes to 1. And that's the only thing. We lose 1 Maxi. Readying the rites. Add 1 Fiend Ritual, then if you add a Pendulum, special summon a token. While you control that token, you cannot summon from the extra deck. Very different, yeah. This basically makes it free, so like we could add 3 of these in 1 ritual. But yeah, someone told me to play incantations. So it's the spell that Raven that makes everything, yeah. The thing about this is like reveal a ritual monster in your hand. Summon this and another card from your deck. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'd play this one and add a ritual monster. Reveal a ritual. Yeah, we'd play like... for some reason I thought they were all like... reveal a monster, get the one that searches the spell. They're a bit odd for this deck. They're not the right levels is the problem. We need 4s and 8s and they've got 3 and 6. Probably be better with Chalice Slime. But I'm not sure what I would take out, you know? Maybe reduce some of the Megaliths, but I want to start with the most pure Megalith version, right? One Nouvelle, level 1 to search with Diviner. Gotcha. Give me a second. Let's see if it's done now. I gave it a few more minutes. Alright, pizza is done. $60-card ritual pile. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can do. As you'll see it when I explain it. I'm not going to explain it again. But go ahead and fill yourself up with cats in the chat. Let's see if I can get this intro done. Get it all filled up. Also, am I loud enough, chat? Perhaps too loud? I'm not peeking the mic or anything, am I? It seems like I'm hitting into the yellow. You're loud enough. Plenty loud. Okay. A little loud. There we go. Let's try that. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay, sorry. I interrupted the cats. There's more cats in there. There we go. Okay. And welcome back to Ladder Climb, ladies and non-ladies. As the intro said, we're playing a Megalith this month, and it's going to be a hell of a time, I tell you what. If you can't tell... okay, let's try this again. And welcome back to Ladder Climb, ladies and non-ladies. As the intro said, we are playing Megalith, and it is going to be a hell of a month. Not only because Megalith is not the strongest deck, I mean, it's an archetype that requires 2-card combos in a world of 1-card combos, but also, if you can't tell by my voice, I am sick. I have a bit of a cold, and I would kind of like to be able to postpone this, but unfortunately, February is a short month. If I don't start doing this now, then the ladder is going to roll over before I end, so I'm just going to tough it out, do my best, and hopefully I don't mess up too bad or sound too awful or whatever. And, you know, I usually wait until later, but if you appreciate me toughing it out trying to make this, you know, subscribe maybe? Subscription. So, okay. Let's try again, make it a little bit more. Okay. And welcome to Ladder Climb, ladies and non-ladies. Okay. And welcome back to Ladder Climb, Mega fans. As the intro said, we are playing Megalith, and it's going to be a hell of a month, I tell you. Okay. YouTube. And welcome back to Ladder Climb, Mega fans. As the intro said, we are playing Megalith, and it's going to be a hell of a month, I tell you what. Because not only is Megalith not a very strong deck, it's an archetype of 2-card combos in a format of 1-card combos. But if you can't tell, I'm a little under the weather. I'm still suffering from a cold. I have a sore throat. I've got some coughing or whatever. And while I would like to just sort of like put this aside, maybe wait till I feel better, unfortunately February is a short month, and if I wait too long, the ladder will reset before I have time to do the whole streams that I want to do. So I'm toughing it out for your sake. I hope you appreciate it. And if you do, you know, maybe subscribe, maybe like the video. If you've been watching a lot of these videos, I'd really appreciate it if you join the Patreon. There's a link down in the description, patreon.com/hardleggaming. You know, I don't take sponsorships or anything, so every little bit that you could get really helps out, because it's just that and whatever ad revenue I manage to get together. Okay. Let's try that last part just a little bit. And if you really appreciate it, if you watch a lot of these videos, you know, maybe consider joining the Patreon, patreon.com/Hardleg Gaming. You can join for as little as $2 a month, help support the channel, help make sure I have the money to keep house and food and all that stuff. You know, I don't take any sponsorships on this channel. I try to keep it as ad-free as possible, with the exception of whatever ads YouTube's going to put on here. So, you know, I don't make as much as most YouTubers. I shouldn't do that. Okay. And you know, if you really like these videos, if you've been watching a lot of them, consider joining the Patreon. There's a link down in the description. You can join for as little as $2 a month. It's not all that much to you, but it all adds up for me. I'd especially appreciate it because I don't take any ads or sponsorships on this channel. You know, I just got whatever YouTube ad revenue is and the Patreon. Fortunately, the Patreon's doing pretty good, but people are always leaving it. You know, every little bit could help. Anyway, let's get into this actual deck. So, because Megalith is not really good, because we're probably not going to make it all the way into Master 1 regardless of what deck we're going to play, we're just going to be goofy with it. We're going to experiment with all the different kind of things that you can do with Megalith. Being a ritual archetype, it has access to a wide smattering of various ritual support. There's so much generic ritual support. So many of the ritual archetypes help each other out or link in with each other. There's so many different variants of Megalith, from pure versions to Mitsurugi versions to 60-card ritual piles. To start with, though, we're going to keep it really simple with pure Megalith. And I'm doing this mostly just so you can get an understanding of how the deck works and how it functions just on its own, because it's a little different from most ritual archetypes. Most notably, it doesn't have any ritual spells. The archetype is almost entirely monsters, with its main gimmick being that the monsters themselves can ritual summon. You've got high level ones, these level 8s, they can all discard themselves in order to ritual summon a monster, so it's kind of like a 3-card combo. And then these level 4s, while they're on the field, they can ritual summon using themselves and then summon something out of your hand. Themselves and something else if you want to get one of the higher level ones. Fool can ritual summon a card from the deck as a quick effect, which makes it amazing. Fool Lock, the new card, can ritual summon from the graveyard as a quick effect. So you've got a whole lot of options, but unfortunately, even though they've taken one card out of the equation when it comes to ritual summons, you still need at least 2 cards to do anything in this deck, which, as I said earlier, puts it behind the curve for most Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. They do have some things that are almost like 1-card starters, like this lets you discard a card to search 2 cards. Unfortunately, you still need like 1 ritual spell in the form of a monster, 1 monster to summon, and then something else you can use as tribute. So it's still like a 1.5 2-card combo, essentially. So we're not going to be doing great, but I do have at least 1 combo I can show you to kind of give you an idea of how this deck operates. So I'm going to jump into the solo mode, and I'm going to show you how that works before we jump onto the ladder. Okay, I think that's good enough. Yay. Okay, give me a second. Let me go grab my pizza. I've been letting it cool off in the other room. There we go. If you're curious, chat, it's a DiGiorno. Ooh, ah. I'm hoping that something warm will soothe my throat a little bit and not be too spicy. I did take some acid reducers beforehand. It's also thick crust, which I'm not usually, these days I'm not as much of a fan of, but you get some carbohydrates for extra energy. Frozen pizza, yeah. DiGiorno, Joe Paterno. I'm going to play against. Actually, they have Lightning Storm. What's a deck that's not gonna, like, completely decimate me? Skeletons? Let's try Skeletons. Yeah, that should be fine. Do the Megalith story. I forgot there was a Megalith story. Okay, we're going to try to open the spell and the other thing. Alright, so this is a pretty decent hand for starting out. We can actually do... Okay. Alright, so this is a pretty decent hand for starting out. And one thing about this deck is that even though it doesn't have one-card combos, it does still have some modern design elements, which means, like, if you open with cards that do combo together, you can actually plus quite a bit in this deck. So we have a lot of options with a hand like this. It's actually pretty great. However, just to show you, to strip it down, make it very basic, let's assume that all we have is, like, Anastasis and this plus any other card. I guess it's technically a 3-card combo because we are going to have to discard something. But Anastasis is one of our best starters, assuming it doesn't get ashed. You can discard 1 card, add 2 Megaliths. So I'm going to discard the Maxi. Normally wouldn't do this, but I don't want it to keep asking me. We can add 2 Megaliths, a low level and a high level. The low level we're going to pick is Fool, and the high level we're going to pick is Araton. So we just add both of those. Ugh. So Araton, like all the high-level Megaliths, can be discarded from the hand in order to ritual summon. So we're going to ritual summon Fool, and this is why you needed one other monster. It can be pretty much any monster in the deck except for, I think, Droll and Lockbird, because they're all at least 2 stars. But for this instance, we're just going to use Notraplura. This does also have a hand effect that we should have activated, but again, we're just assuming this is like anything. Okay, so Chain Link 1, this will grab back the card that you used for Ritual Summon, and it will gain its level, so it will be a level 8. This says when you Ritual Summon a Megalith, you can activate one of these 2 effects, either tribute a monster your opponent controls, or draw 2 and discard 1. I think in a real duel, we would want to wait to activate this until we've searched a little bit, but I'm just going to activate it now, just to get it out of the way. But this is really good. It doesn't seem like much, but it really helps you dig through the deck and get you stuff like the Droll and Lock, like the Ash Blossom and such. Let's go and discard the Droll for now. And then this will get that back. Now Fool can ritual summon from the deck using the card we just added back to our hand. And we're going to get Ophiel, which I just call the Angel. And again, we probably could use these other cards. I'm assuming we still just had the, like, 3 that we opened with. So we're going to get Ophiel. Ophiel, when ritual summoned, searches any Megalith monster. And we're going to get Haggith. Ophiel can ritual summon on the field using itself, and since these are both level 4s, you basically just tribute one for the other. So Haggith goes away, or Ophiel goes away, Haggith comes out. Haggith searches a Megalith spell trap. If you don't already have this, like, there's other combos that you can do that will eventually get you to Haggith, and then Haggith gets you to Anastasis. But in this case, we're just going to grab Emergence. Emergence is a trap that says you can target a Megalith in your graveyard, special summon it in defense, but place it on the bottom of the deck if it leaves the field, even if this card leaves the field. And again, we could do more, we could... In fact, you know, let's show why is Diviner in this. In addition to getting us started, we can, like, Diviner, use Diviner, send Herald of the Arclight while it's still legal, use its effect to add any Megalith from the deck. Let's just grab, like, another Araton or whatever. And now that this is a level 6 tuner and this is a level 4, we have an easy way to make Barone de Fleur. If you had any other monster, like if you'd rather give up your Ash Blossom, you can normal summon it and make something like a Dynamondo, and that represents removal. And obviously we have this, which is also removal. I'm not going to set it just to show you what this, like, 2 cards would end on. So then, as soon as their turn starts, we're going to activate Emergence, and we're going to summon back the Haggoth. No, we're not going to use that. Our opponent is on, like, zombies or whatever. And the important thing about this is Fool is a quick effect during either player's main phase. You can ritual summon. So they're going to get a zombie out. They're going to get another zombie out. Let's imagine those are actually, like, important cards that actually do something. So what Fool can do is tribute itself, since it's 8 stars, and get Bethor. Bethor is one of our main things of removal. And obviously, we could use this in our hand if we wanted to. If we didn't make Barone, we could have kept those monsters and used them. But it's fine. Use Bethor. And when Bethor is summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of ritual monsters in the graveyard with different names and destroy them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means we could have waited for them to extend even a little further, because we have essentially like a full board wipe. And then if they had something else, or we had another way to ritual summon, again, this triggers even during the opponent's turn. So we could also tribute 1 monster your opponent controls that's non-targeting, non-destruction removal, which is great for getting rid of stuff that can't be destroyed. In this case, though, because we have no other way to really ritual summon at the moment, we're just going to draw and discard again, and hope we can get our way into a hand trap. So we draw 2, this isn't doing anything, so we'll just send that off. Bethor pops everything, and that hopefully ends their turn. Plus this, plus if we set this, we could summon a negate, because the level 12 monster is a negate on the field. No. And then how we close out the game, right, is during the next turn, if Bethor is in the grave, or Fool is in the grave, we bring Fool back. Fool uses its effect. We tribute the Bethor we just summoned for Hardleg. Where's it at? Bada bing. And Hardleg says, monsters you control gain 300 for every ritual in the graveyard. It doesn't matter if they have the same name or not. 300 doesn't seem like a lot, but with how much you're drawing and discarding, with how much you're ritual summoning, like, we'll just toss another Bethor in the graveyard. Everything gets up to ludicrous attack stats really quickly. Like, this Fool that started with 500 attack now is a 2,000 beater with 3,500 defense. So if we can clear the field off and stop them from getting things for 1 turn, it's not that difficult to attack in for gain. A cold wind moon... A cold wolf howls or something. I don't know, if I was sick, I could think of something ominous to say there. That was a neat sound effect, but yeah, that's essentially the deck. And like I said, we've got a little bit of a toolbox. The Araton in our hand is also kind of a negate. It can be discarded as a quick effect to summon. We have quick effects that summon out of the graveyard, but it's mostly just relying on Bethor and the level 12 that is a negate. Usually we can get to both of those if we have like a full hand and we use everything, but that's like the minimum we can do, assuming we don't get stopped. Will we get stopped? Probably. This is modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But we'll try that, and if it doesn't work, if we're not doing too well, there's, again, so many things we can add in. For now, though, let's jump onto the ladder and see how pure Megalith handles the modern game. Oh, pardon me. Okay. Megalith 101. Someone use points for a honk. Ah. Who was it? All right, Kira Vector. Critter, you want to give Kira Vector your best honk? You know what? Since they waited so long. Excellent. Excellent work, Critter. My dramatic echoing honk. Bethor is absolutely a gargoyle. They're all like statues. Would you braid your beard? Maybe. I haven't considered it. Do you think I would look good with a braided beard? I'm not sure if it would fit. Where's my notes? There it is. All right. We're on stream 1. We're in Diamond 5. Chat, what do we want to track? Our go first rating or how often we brick? You know what, let's put it to a poll real quick. That'll give me a chance to eat some of this pizza. Go first. Bricks. Because this deck can brick pretty brutally. Since it's a ritual deck, bricks. Bricks sounds more unique. Ugh. I think the cough syrup has numbed my mouth a little bit. I was like trying to chew food and I just swallowed like a big chunk of pizza unchewed. Isn't that bad going second? Interesting. Yeah, we did do go first last time. Yeah, and keep in mind, one thing I always try to tell people, when like that thing at the top doesn't like update automatically. All that is a thing that's connected to a notepad that I have open. And if I want to update it, I type something into the notepad and then I hit Control S to save it. Once I save it, then it updates up there. So if you do something like, you should keep track of every ritual summon. That means as I'm playing, every time I ritual summon, I have to stop what I'm doing and type into the notepad and save it and then go back. Because every once in a while, people are like, do something that happens like 5 times a duel. And I'm like, no, thank you. I thought you modified it in your capture software. I mean, that would take even longer. Like, that's the thing. Like, if I wanted to modify it in the capture, in the actual, like, OBS or whatever, then I would have to, like, right-click, go to edit, open that up in a separate tab, and then type it. This notepad thing is actually faster and easier, but it still requires me to sort of, like... Fortunately, I have another monitor. But it does require me to, like, basically, like, tab out of Master Duel to go check it. That's why it's usually something that I can do at the very start of the run or the very end. There's an app you can use for counters. But how does it know what I'm tracking? No AI here? Yeah. I stopped using AI. I did mess around with it for a little bit. Standard Season 50 has begun. Was Megalith ever strong going second? I don't think so. You bind a bunch of hotkeys to it, yeah. How good is the pizza? Pretty good. It's nice because I've been keeping things pretty simple since I've been sick, you know. This is actually kind of a risk eating something so complicated because I've been eating like noodles and toast and like I guess I did have a steak earlier today, but it's like a little breakfast steak with little seasoning on it. So it was just like beef. Lightly salted beef. Did Pizza Hut peak in the 90s? I think so. I refuse to eat it nowadays. I still eat Pizza Hut these days, but only because almost every other place is worse. Papa John's and Domino's have suddenly gone way downhill. I never really liked Little Caesars. But Little Caesars is like struggle meal, right? Like if you and a friend together only have $5, you can get a hot and ready pizza and it does the job. But it is not good. But Pizza Hut is like, you can get a thin crust and it's not that greasy, and the quality is like fairly consistent. I usually get it with light sauce because their sauce isn't as good. And like, it's a decent pizza. It's better than average, but it's like a 6. You have Hunt Bros? Never even heard of them. Domino's is better, isn't it? At least in the US. I think like 4 or 5 years ago, I would have said yes. 4 or 5 years ago, I would have said that Pizza Hut was the worst, and Papa John's and Domino's were much better. And I don't know if it's because I moved, and maybe this area just has like shittier franchises. Like maybe the people running the stores are cutting corners or whatever. Or maybe it's a case of, I forget what the word is, but like for example, when you look at the console wars, PlayStation 2 was like the best-selling console of all time. So when it came to PlayStation 3, it was almost like they felt like they had a captive audience. So PlayStation 3 was like $200 more expensive than the competition, had a whole bunch of fancy shit that people didn't want, wasn't completely backwards compatible, and they were just like, yeah, we know that you're addicted to PlayStation, like you're gonna stay with us, right? Meanwhile, Xbox really lagged behind with their first outing. So when it came to the Xbox 360, they were really struggling to impress people. So the Xbox 360 had a whole bunch of features and free things that PlayStation didn't have. It was way cheaper, and they went out of their way to get like a lot of better games. So the 360 ended up like completely dominating the PlayStation 3 as far as like sales. I think PlayStation 3 caught up eventually, but at least initially it felt like the 360 was the massive console winner. And then everything reversed the next season because Xbox thought they had the hugest market share, and they went in being like, yeah, you can't share games anymore and you gotta be always online. And PlayStation was desperate to get their market share back, and so they did a whole bunch of consumer-friendly things for the PlayStation 4. And so I feel like we're seeing the same thing where, like, Pizza Hut was top dog, so Papa John's and Domino's had to really step up their game, and then Pizza Hut became shit, and because of that, Papa John's and Domino's got lazy, and Pizza Hut had to step up its game to try to re-impress people. So now we're back to the point where Pizza Hut's probably the best of the three, but because capitalism in general incentivizes people to keep cutting costs and get more profits, they haven't gotten better. It's been like a downward spiral, where there's this pattern that repeats, but it still gets worse overall. Because every time they increase something, because even though the cycle goes, they always have to make it cheaper for them and make more profit every time. Still no Halo 6 split screen. Shake my head. A wild Hardleg appears. Hello. Who plays couch split screen co-op anymore? I would, if I had a big enough TV. I would still play Rock Band with friends if I had friends that liked it. But my friends just aren't as big at rhythm games. Okay. Give me a second, chat. I'm gonna grab another slice of pizza and put the rest in the fridge, and then we'll start the duels. And by the way, chat, while I'm here, I'd like to share a video I watched recently. We're not gonna watch it. I would just like to show you the title, so you can like add it to your watch later. Ugh. Pardon me.
You know,
Let me refresh this so it hopefully shows like the thumbnail. This person, Technology Connections. They've been really popping off lately. I just discovered them like this month. Or not this month, like this year. No, not this year. I discovered them, I think, in October. So like 4 months ago. But they've got a lot of really, really useful videos. I don't know what their actual profession is, but they seem to know a lot about like engineering and electricity and stuff. Actually, real quick, let's check out their like most viewed videos. Technology Connections is based, yeah. So like they just talk about portable air conditioners, why you shouldn't like them. And he just kind of goes into like talking about mechanically how these air conditioners work and why there are better options. Or in the case of your dishwasher is better than you think. And it kind of explains in detail how a dishwashing machine actually works, and also little like tips and tricks, things that can help you make it work better. And I can attest, like, I've actually used these tips and it has improved my dishwashing. So it's really good both from like if you like to learn about mechanical stuff, but also if you like to learn like just tips and tricks around the house. Or what's the deal with the popcorn button? Why do machines have them? And why does every popcorn bag say like, do not use the popcorn button? Useful content for everyday life. Somewhat. I mean, this is just talking about the copy protection on the PlayStation. But I'm the kind of person, whenever I go to, this used to annoy when I had an ex who was really annoyed by this, but we'd go like out to a restaurant or whatever, and I would notice the unique curve of like the chairs that they had, and I'd be like, I wonder why they were designed that way. Is it something to do with like ergonomics, or did they just like specifically like that shape? Is it like an aesthetic thing or an engineering thing? And I would talk about the possibilities, and she's like, it's just a chair. I was like, you don't understand. Everything around you has been manufactured by someone. And in order to manufacture, they had to sit down and like make the blueprints and design a machine to make it. Like everything has had some amount of thought put into it. They don't just throw a chair up to be like, it takes time and effort. So they either had to have like a really strong aesthetic function, I want it to look like this, or they designed the curve for like a specific reason, either to maximize comfort, or in some cases, to make it uncomfortable so that you don't sit there for too long and you get up after like 20 minutes and don't loiter in the restaurant forever. Either way, this newest video, you're being misled about renewable technology. It's one of those, they make an argument at the very beginning and then really hammer it home that something like, that should be obvious, and I think I kind of understood it on some level, but I didn't really understand just like how vast of a problem it was. Which is the fact that like, when you use gasoline to power something, you are burning that gasoline. You know, you put $20 of gasoline in your car, and your car converts that into heat and smoke that is gone. We are never getting that gasoline back. You have just burned it up. It's been used. But in the case of like renewable energy, like a solar panel, if you buy the solar panel, and then for 25 years, that solar panel continues to generate energy for no additional cost. That battery continues to be used, like, they talk about a new lithium, not even lithium, I think it's lithium, but like a lithium battery, like a big industrial one that you would use, like those have a life of like, I think 25 years. I'm predicting the harvesting of materials is actually worse for the environment. So here's the other big thing. They talk about, like, there's a lot of people who think that, like, oh, we're just replacing the gas problem for the lithium problem, because now we need an infinite source of batteries. But this is where their, like, engineering comes in, is they're like, the thing about a battery is that you don't use it up when it becomes unstable, right? Like, the metal gets impurities in it that prevent it from keeping a charge, but you don't burn up the stuff inside the battery. You don't prevent it from being used again. In fact, you can melt down the lithium and reprocess it, and then just use it to make another battery. I think they said there's already a system in place for car batteries when you go and turn them in, where they're like 90% of the stuff in a new car battery is old car batteries. We hardly have to mine like any at all compared to how much oil we're extracting. And it's like, oh, really? And then he, like, breaks it down where he's like, here's how much it costs to refill your car over, like, 5 years, or 25 years, versus the 25-year life of, like, solar panels into batteries with the connections and then, like, charging it. And it's just like, he's like, it's not even an option of, or a thing of like, oh, in the future this will be good. He's like, no, this is right now with current materials. It's just a matter of, do you want to burn the money or do you want to put it into something that can be reused forever? And it makes the argument against renewables so well and makes it seem so obvious that it's like, I don't know how you could watch this and not be like, oh, there's a lot of hype for this. Why there is no such thing as a true brown light. I've watched this thing where he rants about Christmas lights. That one's really funny. I've been looking around. But Big Oil says bad, yeah. And that's why, you know, the title eventually, You Are Being Misled. We pretty much don't need oil anymore at this stage. Oh, I almost went in with Mansmith. All right, duel number 1, and we're going first, which is first hurdle overcome. We can go second. We even do have the potential for turn 0 plays, but they are unlikely. Now, test number 2 is, do they have Maxi? Fortunately, Maxi is going to 1 tomorrow. But for today, we're going to have to deal with what we're dealing with. Okay, so first things first, let's reveal this in our hand. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to Megalith ritual monsters. That's pretty useful, right? Alright, and then we're going to use Araton. We're going to summon Haggith using Bethor. So Haggith here. Haggith effect. And again, they can't respond to any of this. Let's get our Royal Anastasis. And if they have Droll, that also stops us. Fuelos doesn't really stop us. In fact, we can do this right now to play around it, kinda. This lets us ritual summon from the deck, but we have to tribute twice the levels. Ash Blossom. Okay. So that kinda sucks, but at least we've baited out the Ash Blossom with this. Which means we can activate this and use the discard without worrying about it getting, like, hit. I also don't think we're going to be summoning out of the deck for the rest of the turn. Maybe once? If we really wanted to? Yeah, once we would use Fool. Okay. So now that we got this, we can discard to add 2. So we're going to get Fool, and I think we get another copy of this. No, we get another Araton. Okay, then Haggith activates. We can summon the Fool using itself. Get that on the field. That'll activate Chain Link 1. Oh, I should have made this Chain Link 2, actually. We'll get this back. Chain Link 2, we'll draw 2, discard 1. Yeah, if I had made this Chain Link 2, they wouldn't be able to chain to it because we've already done this. Yeah, we really should have done that. Effect Veiler. We can activate this now. That will give them 1 draw, but I think it's worth it. We just go straight into the Haggith. Yeah. I think. Yeah, we go straight into Haggith. So we summon this. That gets Veilered. We draw 2, we discard 1. That is negated for this turn, but that's fine. Haggith is going to get us the trap. Yeah. Then we're going to normal summon Diviner. I'm going to try to use this effect. We're going to send Herald of the Arclight. Herald is going to get us this thing that we wanted. Ooh, or no, let's go for Fulak. Fulak can summon out of the graveyard. Because we don't want to make Barone here and give them another draw. What do they have? Another Veiler? Did they draw into the Droll and they just don't want to... Oh, I've already used that effect. Damn. Okay, I guess we use this anyway then. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit. I forgot, so this effect to Ritual Summon is a hard once per turn, but the if it's Ritual Summon, search a spell trap is not. So, yeah, we're gonna do this. Alright, and then we're gonna pass. Ah. Yeah, I think we have to just negate that now, right? Because otherwise they'll have like 3 chain links and they'll block and we won't be able to do anything. Continue your main phase? No, we'll just pass. Okay, and if that's the case, then we just use the Barone and we get back another ritual out of our grave. If we can. Yeah. Let's get back Haggith? Or do we send this? Diviner is 2. No, we need level 4. Yeah, we get back a Haggith. Max C. That is unfortunate. Okay, we can use this now. Get back the other... Huh. Return that, and if you do, special summon... Okay, so that will return either way. Well, we could summon it now just to give them no draw. I think that might be the way to go. Just deny them the resource. Ghost Bell. Oops, all hand traps. Question is, can they do it with... Yeah, they have all the one-card starters in the world. I think... Yeah, we have to wait. I was like, we could make the negate here, because we have enough for... Oh wait, no, we don't have enough. We don't have enough stars, because this is only level 2. Bethor in a Dream, that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, these, like, pop when they do stuff, right? Set one Draco Tail, then destroy a spell trap. Yeah, and then it negates on Disruption. Yep, that's just everything, unfortunately. And yeah, that's a, you know, deck's cool, it can do a lot of stuff, but unfortunately Draco Tail can afford to play 5 hand traps and a 1-card starter. And with Max E legal, they can draw into their best cards. Yeah, I think we do this anyway. Okay. So Bethor will be negated. So we don't want to get rid of everything. I think we just try to wall up and hope we get enough stuff. So we use the card in our hand. We summon Ophiel. Oh yeah, they get a draw too. Yeah, it'll be negated by Malulu regardless, unless they negate the Fool. Yeah, and they negate the Ophiel, and they get that back. Yep, it's unfortunate. We just don't have quite enough. We have quite a bit of gas, but it's not enough to get past this thing where, like, they can fuse, and every monster both destroys one of my cards and searches them a card, while also getting them stuff back. That's just way too much card advantage. And we don't have any way to recover because we need 2 cards to do anything. So I'll call it there, but like, there you go. You kind of understand why this maybe doesn't work as well. And we'll stay just to see, and it gives me a chance to eat pizza. This deck rocks. That deck, dragons. Yep. That don't do anything, sadly. Uh-oh. We go in second. You don't want that to happen. Well, at least we open with Nibiru. That might save us. Never mind. I saw the Snatchy, and I saw the Yummy, and I thought, okay, we're playing against Yummy. But it is not Yummy. What are the chances they fuck up, chat? And they don't make the Ragnarok before 5 summons. Gil Gamish. All right. If they pendulum summon more than 2, we can get them. 1, 2, 3. That's enough. Get out of here. We got a rock. I mean a big ass rock. Maybe something like a cinder block is better. I'll hoist it up and drop it on your face, my buddy. Not very high attack either. Now, that doesn't end their turn. They can still do stuff. Alright. Oh, it has to be activated this turn. Kid, thank you for the gifted sub and for the earlier sub. I appreciate it. Sorry I'm not more enthusiastic. I am still dealing with a cold. I don't know about that new trap. It stops Super Poly. Playing around Super Poly, but not Nibiru. Huh. Why not, why not pop the Nibiru? Also, the Moai head is a good mate, right, chat? They needed more space. How is the new DD? Powerful. Consistent, resilient. Not good enough to fight against Yummy or Draco Tail. Are we dead? We might be. Okay, that's almost useless. They did not make Wave High King Caesar. I mean, that's really good for us. Unfortunately, Sky Zeus is enough to stop us because it stops any card that activates in the hand. So unless they, like, let this go through for some reason. Full combo plus Max C must be nice. Alright, we're going first again. We have not won a duel yet, but perhaps this will be our time to shine. Also, Max C activated in every game so far, including this one, apparently. Alright, we're gonna go for it. This is a high-risk, high-reward maneuver. But if they don't have Ash, we've got it. Let's discard this. They don't have Ash. Okay, so we can get an Ophiel and the Nora Plutha, or whatever it's called, the level 12. The big guy. And then we can activate this and just reveal it to him and be like, check it out. Look at this you are. It says you can't activate anything in response to my shit this turn. You can activate stuff now. But fortunately, we can play through that pretty well. Okay, so we're going to Bethor. We're going to get Fool and send off this, because we're just going to immediately add it back. So we're going to get Fool, and we're going to do this right this time. We're going to do Chain Link 1 Anastasis. Chain Link 2 this, because they can't activate anything in response to a Megalith. And actually, no, yeah, we're going to get this back. So we're going to grab this back, draw 2, discard 1. I think we actually discard the Fool, because having another one doesn't help us that much. Whereas this is 4 levels for a ritual summon. Are you going to droll me? Effect Veiler. Okay. Chain. So we're gonna do the... yeah, we're gonna get the Ophiel by tributing off the Fulos. So there's their one draw. Ophiel effect. Let's get Haggith. Activate, summon Haggith. Activate Haggith. We're gonna get this. And then another Effect Veiler. That is unfortunate. I would have liked to... what I was going to do is Haggith, get the other Ophiel, because the search isn't a hard once per turn. And then that would get me back the... or not get me back, but that would get me an Araton so that I could make this during the opponent's turn. As it stands, though, I think this is still pretty good. Yeah, we could, if they didn't have us under Fulos, I think what I would do is make a Dynamondo so that we have it, and then during their turn we can bring back the Fool with the Emergence, because we can turn this into anything since it has the most stars. As it stands, we're going to have to go in and just hope that Maxi plus the Fool is enough. So we're going to Maxi here. Ah, a ritual deck of their own. Unfortunately, that means that... okay, So what we're going to have to do is this. Because the Bethor isn't going to be as useful here. So we're actually going to rely on the negate and hope that one negate is enough to get us out. Plus whatever we draw off of this, because we won't be able to ritual summon again after this. Yeah, it's Mitsurugi, the more superior ritual deck. Which, we can play Mitsurugi in this. We're under Max C at the moment, so we don't want to do that, but this is fine. Spoon! What do they add? A Habakiri? Yeah, we have to allow that. Equip it with one from the extra deck. Okay. I actually don't know what this Magistus thing does. Special summon one from your hand. Okay. It'll get them to Savage Dragon. They don't have a link, though. Target one Magistus and one card in the Spell Trap Zone. Okay. Go ahead and use this, then. Get back the Ophiel just to chump block. Fortunately, it's not connected like Call of the Haunted. It just kind of stays there. Exciton Knight. Well, I take no more damage this turn. I'm wondering if maybe I just let that go through. No, we can't let them keep a light fiend on the field in case they're playing Fiendsmith. Yep, so they've baited out the one negation we got. So they do that. And then I think we've got enough cards, and they've got so few cards, that we can just droll there, and that'll stop them from bringing back any of the rituals. At least that's my hope. They get Habakiri, but they can't search, so they can't... Well, I mean, they couldn't bring this back anyway. Then they summon that. They get to wipe the field. Achiwa. And then they've got the set. Okay. So... yeah, I think we start with this. We're going to discard the Ash Blossom. They're going to tribute, blow that up. That's unfortunate. Then that gets to come back. They get to tribute that. Why not discard Fua? Fua is 4 stars, and we need 4 stars if we're going to ritual summon Ophio. So they've used that. And then my hope is they have to activate the effect here to, like, make me discard. Damn, were they listening to me? Do I have Typhon in this deck? No. Damn, how did they know? Yep, and I think that does it. Because now if I discard, I can't resolve this because I need 3 cards to do it. And now I have that. Yeah, I was really just hoping they didn't understand or that they just fired it off. Sadly, I think we're just dead. What did they search? It was a prayers. Yeah. We almost got them. Yeah, they have prayers, which prayers, like, tribute this, allows them to search a Mitsurugi, get another Mitsurugi back. I wasn't expecting the Magatama. They didn't search it. In most lists, it's like a one of. So, another almost game. Yep, just the one of. Yeah, and I'm just now realizing what I should have done is just kept that field spell in the hand, activated my thing, and just discarded that if they chose to negate it. Alright. If we were going first, this would be a brick. Yeah, we'll start with this. See if they've got like a called by or... Ah, I see. Okay, they're playing into the max C at least a little bit. I feel fantastic. No, I've never felt as good as how I felt right now, except for maybe when I think of how I felt that day, when I felt the way that I do right now, right now. Okay, what did they set? They got a mirror. So we don't know what this is. As it stands, if it's purification, we're dead. Oh, damn it. Okay. Let's unformed. Try to ritual summon from the deck. They'll do that. Fortunately, we have enough stuff in our hands to resolve it this time. I mean, we had it last time. I just made bad decisions. Okay. So we're getting Fool, and we're sending off Haggith. So, Pasta Lazul, here comes the Fool. Effect, get me back the Haggith. Purification. Yeah, and because they're tributed... I think we might still be able to do this. We have to be tricksy about it, but I think we can do it. So if we summon Super Fulak using this, then we get this. That gets destroyed. This gets us a card back. That comes back. Oh, we don't have anything to trigger at the moment. Yeah, and it's just a board wipe. So, like, I could get back something, but it won't matter. They destroy it either way. Yeah, like it doesn't matter what I summon, it just immediately gets destroyed. Yep, and then they've got game. Yeah, I mean, I assume people knew when they picked this that Megalith was not, like, a good deck. Ooh, interesting. So, we can actually pop 2 cards during the opponent's turn. We've got the turn 0 play. It uses, like, everything we have, but we could do it. So, they get a Sky Striker spell back. That's fine. This is only during the main phase. Gotcha. Alright, so it's possible this isn't even Sky Striker, because a lot of people use this engine just to get a free Link to. Hello, Yummy. Yeah, you know what? Let's try it here. Go Araton. We're going to special summon Bethor using the Notre Plura. That summons this right from the hand. And then Bethor's effect will be able to destroy the Yummy and the Link one. And if they don't have another Yummy in hand... Oh, can they just make another Link one? Almirage, do they have another yummy? Oh? Huh. No. No, I'd prefer if you didn't. Hey, we won one! With the turn 0 plays, even. I mean, we didn't have any follow-up, you know, if they passed on that, all we'd have is like a 1500 attacker, but at least we didn't go quietly into the night, you know? 1 in 5 duels. Hey. Could have gone into Snatchy, yeah. Actually... Are there any good level 4 hand traps, chat? Or you know what we could do? We could throw in like a small bestial package. That hurts, fire, dark, earth, wind, light, water. Never mind. Skullmeister. Activate a card in the graveyard. Unfortunately, that doesn't really do anything for Yummy at all. It only hurts some Mitsu decks. Perulia. I do have one Perulia. Draco Tail activate in the graveyard. Yeah, but usually what happens, right, is they discard, and then they send 2 cards from their hand, and they go like Chainlink 1 graveyard card, Chainlink 2 other graveyard card, Chainlink 3 monster on the field to add 2 things back, and then I can't Skullmeister them. And even if I did Skullmeister, like if they did it in the wrong order, stopping one of the 3 effects doesn't really do a whole lot. Nobody changed monster on board last. So you can't bell it. Multibella. Add retaliating. Sure. We'll try that. We have been facing a lot of Mitsurugi. The yummy field spell summons back stuff from the graveyard. Draco Tail fusions. Is that better than Perulia? No. Probably not. Okay. It hurts us. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Yeah, but we're going to tribute it for something. You could play more copies of Haggith. I just removed Haggith because having too many copies wasn't working very well. I think it's better to go into Full Lock and like bring back the Haggith that way. Okay. Alright, so we're only 5 duels in, but so far, things have not been going well. We've got 4 losses and 1 win. I don't want to switch decks yet, because we're still in Diamond 5, so it's not like we can D-rank. So I figured we'd just switch up the deck a little bit to make it a little bit more powerful. We added in the Typhon. I was really missing this in one duel. We've added a level 12 Synchro we can make with like an 8 and a Diviner of the Herald that has sent something. And then we took out 1 each of the Ophiel and the Haggith because they're the most bricky of the bricky cards. And we've replaced them with 1 copy of Perulia because we have it, and 1 copy of Retaliating Sea. This is just a level 4 hand trap that we can use as the entire tribute for like a Fool or an Ophiel or a Haggith. And it's also a hand trap that specifically does do things to stop Draco Tail and Mitsurugi, which is what we've been running into the most. So we'll see if this switches things up a little bit. We could also maybe remove like another Bethor, maybe even like an Unformed, even though that's kind of a combo starter. I don't know, we need a lot of stuff. Or maybe we could go up into like a 50 or 60 card build. But this is 1.5. Let's jump in and see if it does any better. I'm going to remove that Mitsurugi duel because I messed up. Deck 1.5. The Royal Anastasius, yeah. I crafted this off camera because my original plan was to test this and build the rest of it during the Patreon hangout, but the Patreon hangout got canceled because I was sick. As if you missed earlier, I've been sick all week, and I would have canceled this if I had the option, but unfortunately February is a short month, so if I didn't record today, we wouldn't be able to finish before the end of the month. So I need to get some stuff recorded. Miracle Raven, we can try that next, but I don't know how that's going to help us much. Alright, we get to go first, which is what we enjoy doing. Haha, ho ho. This is not a brick. Although if they have Ash, we have the cross out, so we're good. Let's activate this. Let's activate the effect. I'm gonna discard that, try to add 2. They're reading for the first time, probably. Yep, Ash Blossom, right on schedule. But fortunately, we have one of two things that stops that. Go, Ash Blossom. Get out of here. Behold, Royal Ash. Mine counters yours in the rarity battle. Let's get this. And yeah, Hardleg can activate as a ritual spell, so we get this. And then we make everything spell speed 4. Hello there. I do like this new brand of cards that's effect is just like reveal itself. It's just basically like prove to your opponent that you're playing Megaliths and then you can continue. So we summon Hardleg. Hardleg effect. Let's grab this back. I did that in the wrong order, so we're not going to activate this yet. I want to be able to chain block it. Then we're going to get the Ophiel. Let's do this. Then we can chain link 1, draw a card. Chain link 2, search a card. So we're going to get Agith. Draw 2. Yeah, I think we get rid of the Araton for now. I'm going to use this to get the Haggith. Far away from Fool, because he's a little creeped out by the devil. By a little, like, demon guy, you know. And we're going to get Emergence. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got 2 hand traps. We got the ability to do either the negate or the Bethor, depending on what the opponent has. We didn't get hit with the turn 0 Draco Tail play, so that's good. We can Maxi right here. What do, Kangaroo? Karibo, the Fairy Spirit. Another card you control would be destroyed by a card effect. Return this card you control to the hand. Okay. This the Ancient Fairy Dragon stuff, or is this part of, like, some yummy board? A light beast planter fairy. Yeah, it could be light beasts. Link Karibo, okay. Yeah, it's that. Okay. What does this effect do? So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do this. So we're going to activate this. Because it's level 12, we can use itself as the full tribute to summon the other level 12. So we're going to get the Notre Plura. That's a negate. And then this will activate, allowing us to tribute the Yummy off the field. So Yummy goes goodbye. Target a Yummy in the graveyard and summon it. Yeah, let's negate that. Thank you, Sempain, for the prime hype. And there we go! Hey, we actually made it through. I mean, we had to get Max C. That really helped quite a bit. Although we didn't draw anything off Max C that, like, you know, slammed us through the game. And we do draw trying to get into Max C. But, you know, there you go. We tributed a monster and got an Omni Negate. That's pretty neat, right? And we got to summon a big, spooky statue gargoyle. Duel 6 versus Yummy. We have an unbeatable record against Yummy so far. Is there a particular reason to maxi and draw in this scenario? So, there's two functions of maxi, right? One is to draw cards. The other one is to disincentivize your opponent from playing the game. If you haven't established your board yet, or you're going second and you don't have full combo, then you want to wait until your opponent commits and then maxi so that you can guarantee at least one draw. If you're already set up, or you already have your combo, then you want to maxi and draw. That way you disincentivize your opponent from even trying to play, because if they don't do anything, if they just pass or make a lesser board, then you've got full combo anyway. What does the full end board do? In my case, it's a either a negate or pop 4 cards, and then when I do that, I can either tribute a monster they control without targeting, or draw 2, discard 1. It's not a whole lot. Give me a moment, chat. I have to use the restroom real quick. Ugh. Yeah, I think it's getting to the point I might have to, Oh, honks? Did someone redeem a honk? No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, I may have to see a doctor about this. I'm pretty sure it's just a cold. I took a COVID test this morning just to be safe, because we're now on day 9. And it's like, from what I read, most colds last like 4 to 10 days. Or no, 5 to 10 days. So, if it's still bad tomorrow, then that would be the 10th day. Alice Thor. Critter, you want to say hi to Alice? Alas. Thank you, Critter. Get the little honk in there. What's weird about it, though, is that, like, and maybe it's been a while since I've had a cold, or maybe my mind just blanks out. I could have swore that in the past when I got a cold, it was like consistent symptoms, and like they just got better or like worse and then better again. But this cold, it feels like I've had slightly different symptoms every day that I've had it. Made me lose my hearing in one ear. Weird how that works. Really weird. But yeah, the really weird thing, at least about today, is, or like, I think it was, on Thursday, I was coughing really bad. And it was like a really wet cough. It was because I had like drainage and I was coughing up a whole lot of phlegm and everything. But it was also what you would call like a productive cough. Like I would have stuff dripping into my throat and then I would cough it up and then I'd be fine for like 10, 15 minutes and then it would build up and I'd have to cough out again. And so I got some NyQuil and some Dayquil. And that really helped. And then yesterday during the day, I was feeling really good. And then that night, I developed a really dry hacking cough. Where, like, my nose isn't really stuffed or runny or anything. It feels like my nose is fine. But I've still got this, like, itch in the back of my throat that's making me cough. But I'm not coughing up anything now. And it's not responding to the NyQuil or the DayQuil like it was before. Like, I'll take it and it helps, like, a little bit. But it used to be, like on Thursday and Friday, I took the NyQuil and I just slept the whole night. And the last 2 days, like, I keep waking up from coughing. My recent colds have had varying symptoms every day. So maybe it's not that weird. But it is good to, talk about and kind of get the idea out there. Try drinking some lemon tea with honey. Let me see if I don't have any lemons, and I don't like lemons. Let me see if I have any tea, though. I think I do, because I used to drink tea. Problem is, chat, is that I used to drink tea. So, like, I bought these for when I was more of a tea drinker, and then I got into coffee, and I stopped drinking tea. So, I've got... Oh, here, let me make this bigger. We got Sleepy Time Vanilla Herbal Tea, caffeine free. And Cinnamon Apple Spice Herbal Tea, caffeine free. Flu season. Yeah, I got my flu shot. It's not the flu. Unfortunately, chat. So I'm trying to look at, like, the best buy date. I don't know if tea goes bad. I don't know if you could see this. It says best before 1824. I'm like, I guess that the year is 2024. What is the 18? There's no number in between. There's only two numbers. So it's either the 18th of any month, 2024, or it's the 18th month of 2024, so 2025. This one's even weirder, because this one says 24 4C. I don't know what year is 4C. Either way, I don't think I want the sleepy time tea while I'm trying to record. ARP, which is April. It's ages away. 2024 was a long year. Yeah, so it's Best Buy. I don't know if the tea necessarily goes bad. Ooh, that smells strong. So the box was sealed with plastic. And inside you got the little tea bags. I assume you just do one? Yeah. That's a really strong cinnamon. Does this have any sugar in it? I think teas usually don't, right? Ingredients: cinnamon, hibiscus, chamomile, roasted chicory, natural cinnamon and apple flavors with other natural flavors, orange peel, and roasted carob. Might have lost its potency. It smells really cinnamony. So, if it's been bound in here, it might still be good. Those profiles sound really good. So I guess I can try. Although, so usually doesn't tea have like a little string so you can pull everything out? It's been a while since I've made tea. I'm pretty sure I just put it in the cup and then I put the hot water in the cup, right? The longer you leave it in, the stronger it'll taste. I see, I see. So hold up, give me a second. We're gonna brew a tea, chat. But yeah, it's I forget because there's two ways of doing it. There's like put it in and pour the hot water over it, and there's put the hot water in and then like kind of, you know, dip the thing in it. And one is supposed to be really good, and the other one is like rookie mistake. I can't believe you did that. Don't overthink it. Make sure you dunk it. Well, I was just going to put it in the bottom. Like, just put it in the cup and let the hot water pour over it. Oh. Pour boiled water over 1 tea bag. Steep for 4 to 6 minutes, then remove the tea bag. Sweeten if desired. Okay. Instructions. So here, give me a second. I'm going to get that started. And while I'm at it, I'll remember to actually do the thing, which is play an ad so I can hopefully get some money to make up for the fact that I haven't been streaming as much because I've been sick. My apologies to everyone who has to see the ad. If you don't, you can always subscribe. That would help. If you can't subscribe, though, take this moment, go make some tea yourself. Use the bathroom, something like that. We'll be back in a minute. And for the rest of you who can still see me, thank you. I appreciate the support. Y'all are great. I'm very fortunate to have fans like y'all. Somebody's taking a ride to Sleepy Tea Junction. It's brewing time. Yeah, I've got a Keurig machine, a K-Cup machine, some people call it. Which is a thing like you put in the little cups and it makes you an individual cup of coffee. But if you don't put in a little coffee thing, what it does is it just boils water and pours that into a cup. So I just put it under there without anything, and then I put the tea bag in the bottom of the cup. Do you have honey? I do not. I'm going to put some sugar in it, and I usually put a little bit of milk in my tea because that cools it down a little bit and also makes it a little bit more smooth. And I've heard different, like some people I know who drink tea are like, ah, that seems like that would be great. And other people are like, ugh, milk and tea. Do you prefer K-Cups or brewed tea? I don't have, I've never tried the K-Cup tea maker things. Oh, hey. Milk and sugar in my tea. Do flavored teas taste good with milk? I think so. That's why I get them. Who is messaging me? MBT and Mr. Nova. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure thing, buddy. Real quick. No milk in herbal tea, but in English tea, yes. The mystery of the druids. We've all got some attitude. So there is a Megalith icon. I couldn't find it before. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell what it is. I did buy the Ritual Raven, so I think I'll just keep it there. How's the climb going? I mean, you can see the stuff up there. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go get my tea. I think it's done. Wow. That is a really strong cinnamon smell. Holy shit. Ugh. Let's see how that tastes. Not bad. Maybe it's because my throat is like really raw, but it smells like really, like almost overwhelmingly cinnamon, but it doesn't taste like cinnamon at all. Maybe it's also because I just had a cough drop not too long ago, and my tongue is like numb or whatever. He's about to go on vacation. You hate cinnamon? Here's a brick of it. I always look like I'm on vacation. Okay. All right. Going first makes me feel alive. I go first, and I hope I don't brick. Maybe if I brick, then I'll lose. I'm letting destiny choose. All right. So let's start with this and see if we can bait out some interaction, shall we? We go Diviner. You got an Ash or an Imperm, you use it here, okay. Yep, that's fine. So then we're going to reveal this in hand. What up? I use Araton. I'm going to summon this using this, because I want to make it level 12 again. Level 12 if possible. So we get that. Then we can use this effect. Go this into Ophiel. Ophiel get Haggith. Activate. Get the Haggith. Use that. Get. Do we get Anastasis? Yeah. Get Anastasis. Activate. Use this. We're going to discard that. We're going to get Fulak and another copy of Araton. Then we can use this to summon Fulak. Fulak will grab us back a card from our graveyard, while also triggering the Anastasis, so we can draw 2, discard 1. I did that in the wrong order again, so they can respond if they have one, which they don't. Oh, we already got it. Yeah, we'll discard that. And then we'll... yeah, we'll add this back. And then I was going to Fulak, summon back the Haggith using this. So this gets us a lot more options. We can use the, yeah, at this point, we get the portal. The portal says the first time each ritual summon monster would be destroyed. It is not. And then, during your opponent's turn, tribute this, target a ritual, special summon it. Okay, so we don't want this one yet. I think we just go for IP. Yeah. IP so we can go into SP. So we've got IP. This can bring back the Fulak. And this can summon the Notre Plura. Or we could use Eraton. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of options. This is like 5 or 6 disruptions, I think. In fact, yeah, we'll wait a little bit. Wait for them to commit anything. Do they has anything? They're reading a lot. Okay. Rahu Draco Tail. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Fool now. Ash Blossom. In that case, we're going to Araton. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon the Notre Plura using the Fool. So that gets us a negate. That gets ashed. The Rahu goes. And then we're about to trigger a whole bunch of shit. Once they make their decision. They think they're in the tank on this one. Okay, there we go. Ah, I see. So both of those for the Arthelion. Chain Link 1 that. Chain Link 2 that. Chain Link the Arthelion. So we're going to... Oh, we can't negate here. That sucks. Okay. So we're gonna tribute their monster. And then we're going to get something back. And I think what we want back is... Yeah, just one of our level 8s. Because the spell says if we ritual summon, we can do that. And then we're going to activate this and use the effect now to get back Fulak. Give them some decisions. So Emergence brings back the Fulak. This adds back that. Anastasius tributes off the Arthelion. They get back that. Then Urgula sets a card and does what else? Destroy a spell trap. All my spell traps have activated, so it sucks to lose them, but it's not going to make that big of a deal. Then they get to draw one. Damn, that sucks. I think we just negate this. So the Notra stops that from activating. They can't fusion again. Except they have another one. Yep, we just gotta allow that, unfortunately. They're really thinking. The editor's probably cutting through a lot of this, but I think it feels like we've been waiting a combined like 5 minutes for them to just like decide how they want to do these effects. Okay, special summon Cartesia. Alright. It is before the end of the main phase. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go ahead. Because they can attack over this, they can't attack over Fulak. And we're just gonna SP. We're going to use SP to banish the Arthelion so it doesn't come back. Fusion summon. Okay, I don't think you can fusion summon with the stuff you have in your hand, although if you do, hopefully it'll use everything. So let's get that off the field. And then I'm pretty sure during the main phase you can ritual summon one from your graveyard. So we can get the Bethor out of our graveyard using this. Set a Draco Tail. Yeah. So we're going to do this now. And they're going to surrender. Hey, there we go. But yeah, we summon Bethor from the graveyard using the stuff in our hand. And then we can pop the Arthelion plus whatever they set. Leave them on one card plus Cartesia with the SP coming back. So, you know, if you go first and they can't stop you and you get like the God Hand, you could do some crazy shit with this deck. It's just not often that happens. But it's neat. It's really neat. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like looking at it. I was like, okay, what do we have? It's like we have the ability to like Fool or Araton into Nothroplura, plus we've got the Tribute, plus we've got the SP, plus we've got Bethor, and we can do all that through at least one disruption while maintaining perfection or protection for our monsters and having follow-up for next turn. Could have been safer to SP banish Ketu. Yeah, probably. Especially since the Arthelion coming back didn't do a whole lot. Well, actually, the thing about the Arthelion coming back, right, is that it gives them another thing to use for Cartesia, and it also gives them something where now they can bait out the negation effect of SP without having to activate Cartesia. They could go to battle, run over it, then Cartesia. How y'all doing today, chat? Y'all feeling good? I'm food. I guess technically we're all food if there are cannibals about. I'm doing swell. Ugh. This tea was good when I first started drinking it, and it's like at the bottom, all the flavors like extra. Took that swig and it was not as good. Okay, give me a second. I gotta get rid of this. I can't finish it. It was a good attempt. Just a nibble. Part of me keeps thinking, it's like I have a 7-Up in the fridge. That has some citrus in it. That might help boil away some of the bad stuff. But it is also soda pop, which could just like irritate the hell out of my throat. And I finished my water as well. Okay, 1 second. I should have done both of these at the same time. Here I am having to go back and forth. Behold, new water, fresh water. Get ginger tea. It is 9:30 at night, and it's like 20 degrees outside. I do not think... And I'm streaming. I do not have access to ginger tea. Pet critter, he is a good boy. It's good for your throat. I mean, I don't doubt you. It's more of a practical concern. Oh, for real? I'm winning enough to rank up? I didn't think this would happen. I'm not ready. I'm too tired to put on the sunglasses and whatever. But if we can rank up one time despite me being sick, I'll consider this a victory. For a second I was like, did we brick? We did not brick. We almost bricked. If they have ash for this, we've bricked. But it doesn't look like it. So, we will use the Ophiel, because when this is summoned, it gets back a Megalith, so you always want to use a Megalith if you can, because then it's just free. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so we use this. We go for, yeah, we just get Haggith, right? Straight for Haggith. Use this. So Haggith arrives on the scene. He says, hey, what's up? Let me get Anastasis. Let's activate Anastasis. Let's... Yeah, we'll activate this. We'll discard the Ophiel. We'll get Fulak and this fucker. Just in case they have anything else, we'll reveal for fun. Activate Haggith. Summon the Fulak using itself. Fulak comes out. Chain Link 1. Draw 2, discard 1. Chain Link 2. Grab back something. I think we grab back the Unformed. Yeah. That'll be useful again next time. Ooh. It's a lot of good options. I do think we... I think we send this off with what we have. Okay. Then we normal summon the Diviner. Use Diviner of the Heralds. We're going to send off Herald of the Arclight. Arclight effect. We're going to grab a Bethor. Either way, it's an Omni Negate. Yeah, I think we do it this way. So we're going to summon this out of the graveyard using itself and the Bethor. So there's one Omni Negate with the Nothrapura. And then because we have the Emergence, we can bring back the Fool during their turn. So we can use that now to make bar on the floor. Then we can set this, and end our turn. And yeah, just as soon as their turn starts, we want to go ahead, use this effect, and bring back... yeah, just bring back Fool. Unless they got something to stop that. Red reboot. Nothing we can do there, folks. Okay, so that means we've just got 2 Omni Negates to try to stop this, plus Nibiru. This is Ritual Summon exactly twice its level. Lightning Storm. Destroy all attack position monsters. Yeah, we stopped that. Add a Primite. Yeah, that's fine. $2,000, get a normal card. Neos. Sure. I wasn't expecting that, chat. Ecclesia, the Virtuous. That allows them to make a level 12 Synchro. Psychic End Punisher. Are we just dead? I think we're just dead. Yep, that's a big pep. But our monsters are also really big. Sea Monster of Theseus. The continuous spell, that doesn't stop them. I think that's still not enough because our dudes are too big. And they also didn't attack for some reason. Okay. Fortunately, chat, we do have an out to this. Also, no, you're not allowed to do that. Just keep that in there forever. They didn't attack, so the life point difference remains big. I see, I see. Okay. No, we don't want to use that. So, first things first, let's blow up this. Let's try activating this again. Use the effect. Bring back Fool. Fool effect. Let's special summon this by using this. I don't think this gives us enough attack, especially because I think they can boost it up again. But we can almost threaten them. Yeah, we'll just draw 2. Discard 1. I should have kept that, actually. That was a bad move. Okay. Normal summon. No you don't. And then, just for such an occasion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Underworld goddess, arrive forth! The world is closed for you, friend. And with that, we rank up into Diamond 4 with pure Megalith. With not even like the greatest stuff. And I guess this is something I should have mentioned earlier. I can't believe I forgot. Well, yeah, I can, because I'm not feeling all that great. But we're using the profile picture of the Miracle Raven, which if you don't know is some pretty good ritual support. Allows you to do a whole bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't, like, it still works with Megalith, and we might try it out later, but all it really does is give us, like, another potential starter, and so far we haven't bricked. Our problem is going second and not having enough ways to play through Disruption. So that's why we're not playing that. We're not playing Aslan 1000 or whatever its name is, because we don't have different types of rituals. There's a lot of, like, incantations. I just don't know what we would take out. There's a lot of stuff we could play in here that we're not yet, so we have other ways to get to it. It's not that I'm unaware of this, or necessarily even that this is bad. I was going to save it for when we needed it, and so far, we haven't needed it, but we'll see how it goes as we continue. $318. Duel 8 versus Pep Turbo. All things are possible with Habakari. Yeah, you can play it with Drytrons. You can play it with incantations. You can play it with Mitsurugi. Huh. It is just Pep Turbo. It's just weird because I would imagine with a deck like this, what you'd want to do is load up on go second cards. And like, I guess technically the Mech Knights and Vashuda are go second cards, but they're not really what you want to be playing. Extra foolish to send Malong. Couldn't afford an Entis, but you could afford 3 Peps. Break down 2 Peps and get an Entis. Yeah, so their thing is, you know, Ultimate Slayer, Lightning Storm, pay 3,000, pay 2,000. Go into Psychic End Punisher. If you control a worm or non-effect monster, summon this. So like they special summon the 7, then they summon the 4. That's 11. This is also a 7, so you could normal summon it. I guess these are just more 7s that you could special summon. It's it reminds me of something I would have built like 6 years ago when I was building a new deck every week on What a Deck. Why one day of peace? I guess it's like with last time, right? They've realized that the problem with this deck is if they don't kill you in one punch, if they make your life points really low, then they're affected. So if you have a big field still and you can do stuff, then what they want to do is, you know, make Pep, increase its attack to like 10,000, then use 1 day of peace, so they can't kill you and you can't kill them. And then they hope you don't have any way to get rid of Pep. And then the next turn they go up to like 20,000, and that kills you in one hit. They've got kaiju so they can battle over you. I think that's what I would have done, is like a kaiju package. That's a good removal. Ugh. I don't know if it's the tea or just the sickness. I think that's the worst part about having a cold, right, Chad, is because I'm like, when I'm off camera, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm still awake or whatever. I'm not throwing up. I'm good. Streaming's just sitting here, right? And then I start like talking and focusing and like, man, I am tired. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a lawyer game, yeah. I think I can keep going, but I do need a little break. Wonder if we have anything we can do during a break. You're also staring into the screen directly, which may not feel great when sick. I don't think that's really bothering me. My eyes are fine. Does your mind get in a fog? Can't do anything. No, that's the problem, is like, my mind isn't in a fog, but my body cannot keep up with my mind. Play some ads. Just play a whole bunch of ads. Do I got any new funny videos to show? Not really. Do you reject your fragile body? Evolution kind of thing. Yeah, it's unfortunate I just don't have anything to show. From the moment Joe understood the weakness of his flesh, it disgusted him. It does, kind of. I'd rather put my brain in a robot body, you know? Carl the Wizard, thank you for the prime hype. The primest of hype. Who amongst you has such prime, such hype? And I was like, it's fine, I'm tired, but we can play a few games. I can just keep the narration to a minimum. But how can I stay silent when I've found my arch nemesis? I want to ban Maxi. They say Maxi saves you. I don't think it saves me. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. What up? Turn 0 plays. Bet you weren't expecting that, huh? They're like, the fuck is this? So I'm gonna get Fool by tributing the Bethor. They will get their Sky Striker. It's yummy again? Probably. And then Bethor, this will add back something from the graveyard. So I can get this back. Why is Hornet Drones back to 3? Because Sky Striker had an anime. Never mind, it's at 1. But Engage is at 3, so Hornet Drones might as well be at 4. Yo, what up? Don't mind me, I'm just a fool. Kaguri. Kaguri add back. Go Hornet Drones again. Summon a Yummy probably. No. Yummy way. Okay. Special summon 2 yummies. They don't have any yummies in their graveyard, though. Oh, but they will have one. Ah. Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi is not licious. Snatch. Yeah. Use this. Let's summon Bethor using the Araton. First Yummy Duel? Nope. Go ahead. Put the field spell out, Johnny. Beth has something to say about that. Goodbye. Now, of course, they did all that while still having 5 cards. So if they can continue it all, they're in pretty good shape. But I feel proud that I was able to do that during their turn. That was pretty neat. They did search the marshmallow. Snatchy. You have already used this effect. Cookie. Oh no, not my attack. Whatever will I do? Am I still playing the... No, I'm not. I was playing the Drag Lubion package, so if I'm in a case like this, I can do cheeky things. Cookie. Marshmallow. Cupsy. Yep, they had all the extension in the world. Surprise. Sprelf. cat. It's a kitty cat. And they dance, dance, dance. They dance, dance, dance. Dance. It's a kitty cat. Stupid bitch. That's so rude, and yet, why'd they make the name like that? Are they about to make, Borreloads? Oh, hello. I didn't think they could get all the way up to Savage Dragon. Ugh. Pardon me. My apologies, Chad. Oh, brother. Oh, hey. They learned the entire Mitsurugi combo, which is open Habagiri. Yep. If I was able to keep everything, maybe there was a chance. Yep, just 12 one-card starters. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18. 18 one-card starters. And the rest is hand traps. All right, we're going first. We have the ability. I believe. Aha. Alright. This is 2 starters. Yeah, let's do this and hope they don't also have Maxi. If they do, then, you know, what can I say? Go, Herald. Show them the power of your purple crayon. Activate. Yeah, we get this one and, oh, we need to get 1, 2, ritual. Actually, no. Yeah. No. This one, using that. Yeah, we get rid of that. We summon the devil. The devil gets us that. Do this. And then we go ahead and get ourselves ball on the floor. Your move. Yeah, claw phase. Okay. Okay. This seems like a good place to step in. A 1, a 2, a 3. Bethor pop everything. They do get a pendulumograph. A time-tearing pendulumograph. All right. Yeah, we'll just keep them off that. We know one card in hand, and Pendulum does have a few one-card starters. If this is Skullcrabat, then well played. If it's not, I think you might be a little doom-screwed. Oh. Ooh. donut. Yup. It be like that sometimes. Okay. Give me a second, chat. Let me take a little zinc tablet real quick. Zycam, I think it's called. Okay. Now I can't eat or drink anything for 16 minutes. Carve it into your soul. The last pendulum player in the world. Ooh. I think we have enough starters, but I still want to wait. Oh, we gotta save this for our turn, I think. I get to go against last month's deck. Treasure of the Kings. A kingly treasure. Do they already have it then? No. Okay. Let's see what you got. I will max C. During my own turn. What you got? Ooh, that doesn't help me especially, but it's here. 2 levels. Okay, so we start with this. They've got a solemn set. That is unfortunate. Yep. We will get to draw off of this, so there's a chance we get into another starter. Adding a starter. Oops, all hand traps. Spell card. Yeah, they've got trap cards that activate. Unfortunately, I think we may be doomed, chat. I should have activated this in like the battle phase or the standby phase or something. Then they couldn't negate it. I didn't think about that. Maybe we'll draw another one. Yeah, might as well. This is where they overlay for King of the Feral Imps and search Habakiri. I was joking. Okay. Redoer with 2 monsters is not very great. Mini heart attack. Get out of here, Ray. Larg. Unfortunately, we just got a case of oops all hand traps, chat. Why not me? Yeah, whatever I summon, they just pop when I activate it. Yep, that solemn warning did us in. Alright. An interesting hand, to be certain. Which will be most important? The Fualos or the Droll? Probably the Fualos. Yeah, go first, Galaxy Eyes. No, wait, we do the Droll here, because this deck, if they're going first, they're going to add the counter trap, and we can't let them do that. So we just stop them from adding the counter traps, and then their game plan is off. Alright. Well, if that's the case, then I will Fualos you instead. Well, aren't you just Dr. Top Deck? Just Lord of having the right cards. Now I'm just down 2, and they're gonna have all the counter traps in the world. Unless they fuck it up. And I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll fuck it up. He's just a gamer. What's up, Goth Gamer Nation? Today's duel is brought to you by rattlesnakes. He trained under the waterfalls. Oh, I thought they were going to keep going. I was ready to play a song and everything. Okay. One monster negate is all they have. I think we can play through that if they don't have Ash. Yeah. Ritual summon. I guess we might actually need this. Yeah, I'll let them search it. I was right, you magnificent bastard. I saved the ash for your cockroach. Oh, okay. So it's war then. So I must kill you now. I think I can do it. Okay. So we're gonna get this using this. I will summon it. It must be in defense. Activate. Get back the Haggith. What was that? If detached, you can take one Galaxy Eyes, either special summon it or attach it. Okay. Well, let's activate this. They got one draw and it was enough. What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, I think we have to do this and hope. Yep, that's unfortunate. They really just are Dr. Top Deck. They drew Ash, called by, Maxi into Ash immediately. How was I supposed to stop such things? My only hope now is that they make the guy not realizing they can't activate the effect because Typhon. And then they mess up the OTK. Like, they go in hard on trying to OTK and then can't. They're just making Photon Lord again. This feels rigged. They are not going for the OTK. They're just making negates. If you just wanted to make negates, there are better decks you could be playing. Yep. I've never seen before. Weird ratios. It's a Galaxy Eyes deck. You play 2 of this because you do. Oh, there's the timer. I can drink again. Alright. One more win before the end of the night. We got this. We haven't bricked yet. We're on a no-brick game, ladies and gentlemen. Go Diviner. Divine me a win. Ass Blossom. More like ass. Okay, that's fine. Unformed. Gonna get Fool using Haggith. Hello. It's me, Fool. Hostile Azul, I am the fool. Yeah, we still do this. We summon you using... Yeah, using you. That gets the Ophiel. The Ophiel gets us the Fulak. Ophiel summons Fulak. I think this is enough for Nibiru. Do you have Nibiru? We add back the Ophiel. Ooh, or do we add back the Unformed? Yeah, we add back the Unformed. That's even cooler. Fulak summons the Demon Man. Demon Man gets us the quick play, or not the quick play, the continuous. Let's activate this. Let's... Oh, okay. That was easier than I thought. They're like, I wasn't aware that Megalith was a cutscene deck. I'm not here to play no cutscenes. Oh yeah. They definitely ain't here to play cutscenes. They're here to activate cards and hope the opponent surrenders. And if they can't do that, then they will do the same thing. They're like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game where you show your hand, and if your opponent, and then one player surrenders. Easy peasy. Let's get one more. I can do one more. I believe in me. Comment in the comments if you believe in me. Drop a sub if you believe in me. You know, the Prime subs, if you've got Amazon Prime, you get that for free. You gotta believe. Or you could join the Patreon. That's cool too. Well, it was pretty good for going second hand. We'll just activate one of these in the draw phase. Pop. Ah. Malulu. Another one. I'm gonna be drawing 2 cards now. Oh, okay. Never mind. They ashen that one. They didn't care about the first one, but 2 of them is too many. Ghost Bell, okay. Art. That's cool. It's not a starter, though, is the problem. So they've got the Ash and the, whatchamacallit, and they can fuse again. There's gonna be a rough in chat. I'm not sure I can play through 2 hand traps when my hand is 2 hand traps. I think the only chance is if I draw, like, Fool, because then I can, like, Araton into Fool. Yeah, we just allow that, and then we use this on, like, the trap. Oh, they ain't fusing? They refusing to fuse. Oh, that's pretty good. Think we can make him scared of the battle phase? No. No, we can't. Hello. They did not summon twice last turn. For some reason, I just assume they haven't. You haven't been using the brick counter? Yeah, this is the first one, actually. Erdula. Oh yeah, I knew they had that. Alright. I think that's going to be about it for tonight, chat. And as per usual, while I'm sick, I'm not doing the extended, like, blueprints. It sucks because we were on the cusp, I feel, of doing something great in that game. And now it's been like a week and a half since I've been able to play it, unfortunately. But, you know, you can tell I ain't doing great. The blueprints hype is huge. Eventually it'll be back, yeah. But I just got too much of a sore throat, too tired. I'm like a bicycle, chat. I'm too tired. Do you get it? I need a kickstand or I'll fall down. Oh yeah. I forgot to talk about the weather today. I guess it's probably too late. But just in case someone made it this far, we did Rock This Town by Stray Cats. We did Old Time Rock and Roll by, I forget. But it's Old Time Rock and Roll. You should, you know, dun 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 dun. And tonight I'm gonna rock you tonight by Spinal Tap. Very funny, very silly. Let's see if we got anyone to raid today. Eros is back. We haven't raided him in a while. And he went skiing and broke his femur in half, apparently, so that should be interesting. He's more sick than us. Yeah, real quick before I go, as far as the schedule, unless things take a turn for the worse, tomorrow I will be on Surprise Round RPG, hopefully. I've said this multiple times. We keep trying to get our tabletop game going, and then someone always cancels at the last minute for whatever reason. But unless I'm, like, in the hospital, I should be there tomorrow. I just don't have to say as much. It's fine. My character's kind of a quiet character anyway, so you could see me on stream there tomorrow on that other channel. Thursday, we'll be back on Megalith. I'll be trying out another variant of it. If you have any other variants or deck list and you're on the Discord, send me a list over there or post it in the ladder climb board. I'll check it out when I get time. And originally I wasn't going to do anything Friday because I was going on a little vacation, but it turns out another blizzard is heading in this weekend. So the vacation has been canceled, or at least postponed until the blizzard is gone. Because the place I was going was like outdoors. It's probably going to be covered in ice and snow and stuff. So, depending on how I'm feeling by Friday, I will either be doing a bonus stream, or I will be resting up and hoping I'm getting better. I said this at the beginning. Colds are usually supposed to last at most 9 days, and tomorrow is day 9. Or no, 10 days, and tomorrow is day 10. So I'm hoping this is gone by tomorrow, and this is like the last hurrah. Or if it's not gone, it'll be gone by Thursday. And if it's not, or it's gotten worse, then I'm probably going to go to a doctor and be like, I've had a cold for like almost 2 weeks now. I don't think it's a cold. Something else is weird going on. So that's the plan for this week. Again, my apologies. I also still need to finish the editor got the ladder climb uploaded, and I just haven't been able to record the intro or get that edited because I've just been sleeping so much. But I hope to get that out by next week. We'll hopefully get that out. So look forward to that. Until then, good luck, have fun, and let's go check out Mr. Penguin Man. Go say hi to him. And thank you all, by the way, for showing up and for keeping me company. I'm surprised we kept quite so many people this whole time. I appreciate all the support and kind words you've been throwing my way.